Okay. I did number 13 last year with everyone, so we'll just stick with that one again. If you need more help with the homework, please email me. I'd be happy to make a video for you in particular. But hopefully this one helps put everyone on the right track. So for 13, your goal again is to get rid of the root because I'm trying to get x by itself. I'm trying to find x. And so right now I can't do that when everything's covered up with this root. So we are going to have to square both sides so that way I can get rid of this root over here. And so when I do that, I get negative 3x plus 22, right? Because this square root and the square cancels. But once I have this over here, we run into an issue. This is really x minus 4 times x minus 4. And so I have to make sure that I distribute correctly, right? It's not just x squared plus 16. That's not right. We have x squared, and then I have a minus 4x and another minus 4x, which becomes in total minus 8x. And then I have that negative 4 times negative 4, which is the positive 16. So make sure you're really paying attention to that. Otherwise, you're going to keep getting these wrong. And now I can bring everything to the same. I don't know. I feel like that's got to be my bank. It's got to be someone. Okay. So then I can subtract 22 from both sides as well. And then just kind of go from there, right? Get everything set equal to 0. So we have x squared minus 5x, 16 minus 22 is negative 6. So I'm going to factor this and look for two numbers that multiply to negative 6 and add to negative 5. So that would be negative 6 and positive 1. And so I could say this is what my trinomial factors to, x minus 6, x plus 1. And therefore, my potential roots would be x equals 6 and x equals negative 1. But we always need to check to find out, is one of those extraneous, okay? Is one of them not going to make sense in the context of my problem? So when this happens, I can just plug those two answers back into the problem. So this first one is negative 3 times 6 plus 22. And then is that equal to 6 minus 4? So this would be the square root of negative 18 plus 22 is 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. This is correct. The square root of 4 is positive 2. The other one, however, when I plug that in, I get negative 3 times negative 1 plus 22 equals negative 1 minus 4. So that is the square root of 25 equals negative 5. And this is not correct because remember, in the video I talked about how we may be tempted to say, well, technically the square root of 25 can be negative 5, but in the terms of a function, it cannot. Because if I start to consider both the positive and the negatives of my function, it's no longer a function. So this is a rule set on this function is we can only have one answer. So the square root of 25, we have to say is just the positive in this case. All right. So this one would be incorrect. Therefore, my only answer would be x equals 6. So hopefully that helped. If you're still confused about the extraneous solutions part, please let me know. I'd be happy to try to further explain.